Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. 4 arrested in multi-million-dollar fraud scheme targeting Sagicor Jamaica group. At least 10 persons arrested in joint police military operation in Trelawny. And later in sports, West Indies lose first match of T20 series against Bangladesh. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shamela Pullen. Here are the details. 4 people have been arrested in a major fraud scheme targeting Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited. According to MOCA's Director of Communications, Major Basil Jarrett, the operations were conducted at the homes of the suspects during a joint police military operation early this morning. He says charges will be laid soon.
MOCA arrested 4 individuals in connection with an ongoing investigation into a fraud scheme involving Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited. Between 2016 and 2019, contractors, allegedly in collusion with company employees, submitted a number of forged documents to claim payments for work that was never done. This is a serious breach of trust, and MOCA remains committed to holding those responsible accountable. We are urging all businesses to stay vigilant and to report any suspicious activities, as fraud undermines not just companies but our economy as a whole.
In the meantime, Sagicor Group Jamaica says it continues to cooperate with the authorities investigating the fraud case. In a release, the company says upon identifying irregularities in 2019, immediate steps were taken to report the matter and safeguard against future breaches. Sagicor is also commending the efforts of the law enforcement authorities in conducting what it says is a thorough investigation. 10 persons were arrested following a joint police military operation in Trelawny. The police say the individuals will be interviewed in the presence of their attorneys as part of the ongoing investigation. A joint operation involving members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defence Force went into several areas deemed crime hotspots in the parish of Trelawny. The initiative, dubbed Operation Reassured, has so far resulted in the arrest of several individuals.
We have actually been out and about right across the length and breadth of the division. We have been into Racecourse, we have been into Lime Tree, we have been into Spicy Hill, we have been into Clarkstown, Kinloss, Duansville. So far we have made a few arrests, mainly arrests of persons for breaches of the law reform.
Head of Police Superintendent Winston Milton says they are also following leads into the discovery of a headless corpse in the Wire Fence district last week.
Some were arrested in relation to a murder which occurred in the South Trelawny space earlier this week, which we are aggressively pursuing investigation on. We have a tentative identification of the body of that we had found in South Trelawny, but at this point I will not disclose that name, pending further investigation and confirmation of our suspicion.
During the operation, the lawmen also seized instruments and lead sheets.
We intend to continue this operation. As a matter of fact, I can reassure our citizenry that they will see an increased presence of police in public spaces across Trelawny as we continue our effort to ensure that the Yuletide season remain a safe one for our citizenry in this parish and those who traverse this space in order to conduct business.
Meanwhile, the lawmen say they will also be enforcing the road code in a bid to curb road fatalities.
As it stands now, we are in a roadblock format, and that is designed to do a number of things. Specifically in relation to the question that you have asked, it is designed to slow down motorists who are speeding along this leg of the highway. This is not just the only section of the highway we'll be doing it. We'll be using strategic areas designed to slow the vehicles, areas that are designated also as black spot. So far we have done a number of this, and we have seen some reduction as it relates to collisions.
A 40-year-old farmer, Damon Livingstone, was fatally shot in Mount Edgecombe Runaway Bay, St. Anne on Sunday. According to reports, residents discovered the body around 8 a.m. after hearing loud explosions. He was found along a road with multiple bullet wounds. This now brings to 50 the number of murders recorded in the parish since the start of the year. And the St. Anne Chamber of Commerce has revealed a comprehensive short to medium-term plan to address a number of issues affecting stakeholders in the parish. Amoy Harriot reports.
Daily traffic nightmare.
As you can see, traffic all over the place.
Cruise port shutting down.
Since the damage of the main Ocho cruise ship pier, a lot of people doesn't have a job because we don't have a cruise ship.
Craft vendors furious with the authorities.
We need help and we need to start somewhere because nobody's hearing our voice.
St. Anne has been riddled with a myriad of issues over the last several months. Now, the government has announced initiatives to temporarily address some of those issues, but some stakeholders are still not pleased. It's why the St. Anne Chamber of Commerce says it's now stepping in. President Dr. Ransford Davidson has revealed a comprehensive plan.
One, expanding our port capacity to accommodate more cruise ships, and of course this will drive increased productivity, create more employment for our locals in the tourism industry, or craft vendors who sometimes struggle to increase their revenues. Two, to enhance the road network to improve the traffic flow. Additionally, revitalizing the iconic waterfront to create a vibrant public space and rejuvenating the historic Ocherous market to support local businesses and cultural heritage.
First on the agenda, addressing the frequent congestion in Ocherous. In October, Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced two major road projects for the parish, including an expansion of the main thoroughfare. But Dr. Davidson says a short-term solution is needed in the interim.
Even though we know that there is plan to develop the highway and to develop a four-lane boulevard-style highway, we are imploring, the government and the relevant authorities to execute the short-term plans so that there will be some sort of relief.
Now, Dr. Davidson is calling on stakeholders in the popular resort town to come on board. Amoy Harriot, TVJ News.
The Manchester Municipal Corporation is tightening its grip on events in Mandeville this festive season. A recent decision to reject one event has sparked debate, setting the tone for a potentially contentious holiday season. A debate erupted in the Manchester Municipal Corporation following Mayor Donovan Mitchell's recent announcement to revoke the entertainment permit for Color Splash, a December 24 event planned for Main Street in Mandeville.
On a regular basis, we having problems coming into the town. Daily. And can you imagine having an event on that same night? So it means that a person like me would not be able to get into the town and to get the KC.
Some members also called for a balance to be struck.
I am saying, my friend, that we have to understand that while we recognize that we are concerned, let us try and work out the best scenario. Right? You cannot ask 2 days before the event. Let's should be transparent. Right? So what money is spent already, let us try and find an amicable solution. We don't have to go into the court business with lawyers and all of this. We can find a solution. And I know, Mr. Chairman, when it is good, there's the same level 16, it's good. Right? And we have to just establish the gentleman that this way, the event, as my colleagues would have said, that it has outgrown the town.
In a surprising move, Mayor Mitchell put the matter to a vote.
Those that are abstaining, please. Those that are abstaining, please let me see the show of your hands. Yeah, I need to see the hands if you're abstaining. So 2 councillors didn't vote any at all. 2 councillors against and 9 for. Please advise them as accordingly.
Meanwhile, event promoter Adrian Peart is questioning the decision and says he sought legal intervention. It's time for a break. Stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, has hailed the St. James Police Division for its continued efforts in stemming crime in the parish. Speaking at the St. James Municipal Corporation Christmas tree lighting ceremony, Mayor Vernon highlighted that the division has recorded a significant reduction in murders when compared to the same period last year.
The murders are down by 34%. This significant decline is welcome as we dare to dream and commit to act in pursuit of getting murders for 2025 sub 100. We will continue to work towards making Montego Bay the safest city in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, Mayor Vernon says the city is gearing up for a busy festive season, and as such, several traffic changes will be implemented.
Several traffic changes will come into effect, along with the installation of road signs and directions and repairs by the National Works Agency and the St. James Municipal Corporation. Above all, I encourage road users to be more responsible, cautious, and selective about travel and delivery hours to reduce congestion.
It's now time for the Business Minute.
The Economic Program Oversight Committee, which played a pivotal role in monitoring Jamaica's economic reform agenda over the last 11 years, concluded its work last Friday and will be replaced by the Independent Fiscal Commission under the stewardship of Courtney Williams. The commission begins its work on January 1, 2025. Further afield, Bitcoin has surged to a new record high, extending a rally that has seen the cryptocurrency's price rise by more than 50% since Donald Trump's victory in the November 5 election. The world's largest cryptocurrency briefly passed $106,000 before falling back around $105,000 in Asia trade on Monday. The incoming Trump administration is seen as being far more friendly towards cryptocurrencies than the Biden White House. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Carrie Ann Simpson.
Time now for the top regional and international stories.
In the region, Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley expressed deep sorrow after the tragic loss of Education Minister Lisa Morris-Julian and her children, calling it an unimaginable tragedy for her family, the People's National Movement, and the nation. He described Morris-Julian as a humble, caring individual who embodied the Christmas spirit and spread joy through her community's annual celebration. Dr. Rowley mourned her sudden and horrific loss, recognizing her as one of the PNM's most outstanding representatives. He assured the family of the government and party's full support during this difficult time and pledged to honor her legacy. On the international scene, calls are increasing for new federal legislation to address drone activity. The Homeland Security Secretary is urging lawmakers to grant state and local authorities the ability to counter drones under federal supervision. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer supports this, planning to co-sponsor a bill to enhance local law enforcement's tools for drone detection. President-elect Donald Trump's pick for National Security Advisor highlights the gaps between agencies advocating for a comprehensive airspace protection strategy. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio temporarily closed due to drone activity, with airspace restrictions in place for about 4 hours from Friday into Saturday. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Hal Shane Burke.
We take another break. Sports is next.